All right, let's talk biceps. Today, we're gonna ditch the random, pointless curls and build a real strategy, a 6-exercise blueprint. So if you're serious about getting bigger, stronger, and more defined biceps, then this is the master plan you have been waiting for. Okay, let's be honest for a second. Does it feel like you're putting in the work, doing endless curls, but your biceps just aren't growing? It is super frustrating, I get it. But the problem usually isn't about effort, it's about strategy. And today, we're gonna fix that with a clear, step-by-step solution. First things first, before you can build a skyscraper, you need a massive foundation. The same goes for your arms. Before we even think about building that bicep peak, we have to build the base, the overall width and thickness that makes your arms look genuinely powerful. Kicking off our foundation phase is the cross-body dumbbell hammer curl. You have to do this one. Why? Because it specifically targets the brachialis and brachioradialis muscles. Now, these muscles sit right underneath your main bicep, and hitting them is what literally pushes your bicep up and out, adding some serious width to your arms. So, the form here is absolutely critical. Grab your dumbbells with that neutral hammer-style grip. You're gonna curl one dumbbell across your body, aiming for the opposite shoulder. Lower it slowly, and then switch sides. Now listen up. The most important tip is to lock your elbow in place. Don't let it swing around, control the weight, and make the muscle do 100% of the work. For this one, the magic numbers are 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps for each arm. Remember, it's always about the quality of the rep, not just slinging the weight around. All right, next up for building that solid foundation is the barbell preacher curl. This is, and I'm not exaggerating, one of the best isolation exercises you can do for your biceps. It's especially good for building that overall thickness, particularly in the lower part of the muscle. And this quote right here, this tells you exactly why this exercise is a game changer. It's almost impossible to cheat. That preacher bench locks your arms in place, which means all the tension, every ounce of it, goes directly onto your bicep. No using your back, no using your shoulders to help you out. So here's how you do it. Sit down on the bench, get your arms planted firmly on the pad. Grab the barbell with an underhand grip. Curl that bar all the way up, and at the very top, I want you to squeeze that bicep hard for a good 1 or 2 seconds. Then, lower the bar slowly and feel that deep stretch at the bottom. And for this one, we're sticking with 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. You've got to pick a weight that lets you keep that perfect form through the entire movement. Okay, so we've poured the concrete and built our foundation of width and thickness. Now it's time for the fun part, sculpting. This next phase is all about targeting specific parts of the bicep to get that complete, well-rounded look. Our first shaping exercise is one you probably don't see very often, but it is seriously underrated. It's the dumbbell waiter curl. This movement is specifically designed to hit that inner head of the bicep, an area that a lot of people miss. The grip is what makes this so unique. You hold one end of the dumbbell by the plates, palms facing up, just like a waiter carrying a tray. Keep your elbows tucked in tight to your sides, and slowly curl the weight straight up, squeeze at the top, then lower it back down with control. You'll definitely want to go lighter on this one to get the form just right. And you know the drill by now. We're sticking with the blueprint. 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Focus on control, not on ego lifting a weight that's too heavy. Next up for shaping is the incline bench dumbbell curl. This is hands down one of the most effective bicep builders out there. Why? Because that inclined position puts your muscle fibers under a full, deep stretch at the bottom of the movement. And that stretch is a massive trigger for muscle growth. So you're going to set a bunch to about a 45 or 60-degree angle. Sit back and just let your arms hang straight down. From that stretched position, you're going to curl the dumbbells up, keeping those elbows stable. The key here, and I can't stress this enough, is a full range of motion. No half reps, and really control that negative phase on the way down to maximize that incredible stretch. Let's go for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps here. Make sure you pick a weight that lets you get that full stretch and a hard contraction on every single rep. All right, we've built the foundation and we've sculpted the shape. Now it's time for the final phase, putting the cherry on top. These next 2 exercises are our finishers. They're designed to maximize that bicep peak and just flood the muscle with blood for an unbelievable pump. If you want to build that classic bicep mountain peak, you need to be doing the barbell spider curl. This is an incredible exercise for getting a peak contraction because it smashes the upper head of the bicep, which is the part that's really responsible for that peak look. For this, you're going to lie chest down on an incline bench, so your arms are hanging straight down towards the floor. From there, you just curl the barbell up. Now, just like the preacher curl, this position makes it almost impossible to cheat. All that tension stays right on the bicep, forcing it to do all the work. And once again, let's do 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. A moderate weight is your friend here, so you can really focus on that full range of motion and get a powerful squeeze at the top. So you might be thinking, preacher curl, spider curl, they're both no cheat exercises. What's the real difference? Well, it's all about targeting. Think of it this way. The preacher curl is your go-to for building the lower part of the bicep and adding that overall thickness. The spider curl, that's what you use to target the upper part and build that impressive peak. They're two sides of the same coin. And now for our final exercise, the finisher of all finishers, the cable curl. You want to know the biggest advantage of using cables? It's constant tension. From the very bottom of the rep to the very top, there is no resting point for the muscle. It's working the entire time. That constant tension is just amazing for getting a great pump and carving out definition. Your pro tip is to really focus on both ends of the movement, that intense squeeze at the top and the full stretch at the bottom. Oh, and if you're really feeling brave, try adding a drop set on your very last set to completely finish off the muscle. And there you have it, the full picture. This is your complete bicep building blueprint. We started by building width with hammer curls, then added thickness with preacher curls. We sculpted the inner and long heads, and then we finished with exercises for the peak and the pump. See? This isn't just a random list of exercises, it's a complete strategy. Which brings me to my final question for you. Looking at this blueprint, what's the first thing you're going to change in your workout?